Hello, it's Charles Scoville, your Golden Harvest agronomist with your Focus Friday here on October the 13th. And as we're getting ready to kind of wrap up the growing season, this will be my final Focus Friday for the 2023 growing season. Hopefully, this has been enjoyable for everybody to listen to, and certainly hope that if there's interest, be happy to put one of these again together for the 2024 growing season starting next spring. As we do wrap up this growing season, certainly it's not without the challenges here of harvest this fall. The weather has just been not quite cooperating, in and out with some harvest where we can find some dry weather. And though we thought it was going to be tough last week with averaging 2 heat units a day, if we look at the forecast, next week is only averaging 1 heat unit a day. So again, more of the same. Hopefully we'll find maybe near the end of next week, picking up a few days, some drier weather, even though it's cool, so we can get a little more of this soybean crop in and start working on that corn where we did get some early corn in and got it to a point where it's starting to dry down after it's hit black layer there. So, normally if we have a decent breeze and a little bit of heat, we can pull a half a point of moisture per day out of corn. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed on that as we work to hopefully safely bring that crop in this year. When we do think about bringing the crop in, though, one of the things we're going to be looking at a lot over the next couple of weeks is going to be plot harvest data. And as I think of plot harvest data, it's one of those things where it's easy to get lost in the weeds. And at the end of the day, we're trying to simply make better decisions for next year's crop. And a wise man once told me that if you plan on next year having the exact same hybrids win as what won this year, you're probably going to be wrong, because we're going to have a different weather pattern next year and things change. But when I look at these yield data points, I'm looking at performance over time and performance over soil types. So I don't always get quite so hung up on who won this plot or that plot, but I really like to see those hybrids that consistently show up in the top half of that plot. And we're going to always have variability depending on where they were in the field and all the other variables across a given plot. But at the end of the day, I also like to look at those plots that are on the lighter soils and try to ferret out there a little bit more which of those hybrids and varieties in corn and soybeans are going to work better on those sandier soils. Same with the corn there. But, it's unique this year with all the white mold we saw in the soybeans. In some cases, some of those really good fields that would have had our highest yields in them, aren't showing those high yields because of some of the defensive characteristics, those protection against white mold that we had challenges with this year. And so oftentimes, at the end of the day, it's the story behind the story, and truly understanding what went on in those plots before we just jumped conclusions of one hybrid variety being better than the other. And so, we have the ability to pull 3-year data on a lot of these products and look at them across different geographies and pull some of those reports. And so I'll be certainly pushing out some of that data as the next weeks come along. But to me, that's where we're going to get our greatest feeling for how these products are going to perform. And then using programs like our Illuminate, where we can actually go in and match up hybrids to soil types based upon how they've performed in those soil types all across a wide geography, really gives, in my mind, a leg up to trying to place those products for the greatest success in those fields next year. And that's truly what it's about, is putting a plan together of matching those hybrids, those soil types, and your management on those fields, and then executing those plans and knowing that even we're going to get to the heat of the moment in spring planting next year, and sometimes we just grab whatever bags are in the front of the shed. But taking the time to truly put the plan together and follow that plan. So throughout the next couple of months, make sure you get with myself, your seed advisors, or your sales reps there, and put that Illuminate program to the test and work on not only taking what we learned this year from those hybrids and these plots and these fields, but also over time in those same products. So looking forward to the rest of harvest, and certainly more than anything else, ask that everybody take the time to be safe out there. We want to get everybody home to their families at night, and it's always easy. I do it on my own farm here at times. Just you don't turn something off, or you jump underneath something, and it just takes a second for bad things to happen. And so take the extra time, concentrate on safety, and let's make this one of the best and safest harvests yet to come this year. Again, this is Charles Scoville, your Golden Harvest agronomist, with your final Focus Friday for 2023. Have a great season.